Hey guys, another beautiful day here in Oregon. You know, on days like today, I just don't want to do anything. It's so nice out, and you just want to kind of just sit around and enjoy the sunshine. But this year, I've got some peas growing in my raised bed, and I don't have a trellis built for them. Normally, when I grow them in the ground, I just have like posts, and then I run wire across the post and just let them go up the wire. But for my raised bed, I wanted to build something a little nicer, something made out of, you know, cedar. So I think what I'm going to do today is I'm going to build, now they're sugar and peas, so they're not going to get very tall. So they're probably only going to get like maybe 3 feet tall, maybe a little bit taller than that. So it's not going to be a very big trellis, but I'm going to show you how I build my, my garden trellis for my raised beds. All out of cedar, one piece of 1x4 cedar and a 3-foot piece of PVC pipe. And then, well, 1-inch PVC pipe. And then just some 3/4 inch screws and some glue. So, all right, well, I guess we better get started, huh? It's just too nice. I was hearing all the birds, now I hear a plane. All right, that plane's gonna bug me, so we might as well get started. Okay, so there's my material that I need. I have one 8-foot piece of 1x4 cedar, and I have one approximately 3-foot piece of 1-inch PVC pipe. The cedar cost me, I believe, $2.39 for the board, and the PVC pipe I had laying around. So if you had to buy the PVC pipe is not very expensive. So 1-inch pipe is not going to cost you very much at all. Now the pipe is about a 36-inch or so piece, and I'm going to cut that into 3 1-foot sections, and I'll explain what I'm going to do with those in a minute. Now the cedar, it's an 8-foot piece. I'm going to rip 2 3/4 inch pieces out of it and 5 1/4 inch pieces out of it. So and then I'm going to cut those all in half, which are going to give me 4-foot sections. So basically, I'm going to end up with 4 3/4 inch 4-foot long pieces and 10 1/4 inch 4-foot long pieces. Okay, so now here it is all cut up. I have my 4 3/4 by 3/4 by 4-foot pieces. I have my 10 1/4 inch by 3/4 inch by 4-foot pieces, and then my 3 12-inch pieces of 1-inch PVC pipe. Okay, so there's my trellis for my peas. Now what I did here was I spaced the upright pieces, the 3/4 by 3/4, 15 inches apart. And so I have basically a 30-inch spot here that I put between my 4x4s and my raised bed. So that's why I spaced them that way. But you can space them any way you want. I mean, I wouldn't go too far because these 1/4 inch cross pieces are probably not strong enough to go much farther than that. But anyways, let me explain these pipes. Now there's 3 reasons why I put the pipes into the dirt and then just set these in the pipe. The first reason is that I didn't want the wood, even though it's cedar, I didn't want it to come in contact with the dirt because it will rot over time, and I didn't want that to happen. So I wanted to be able to also take this out. So the second reason is I wanted to be able to take this trellis out for the winter, just kind of pull it out of the pipes, and then put it under cover somewhere under my behind my garage and my overhang, and that way it won't get beat when I'm not using it. And then the third reason is that when I only used 1 screw on the other side here. I only used 1 screw to hold each one of these. That one I used too long a one. I got to nip that off. But I used 3/4 inch screws to hold this. And when you only use 1 screw, what happens is it'll kind of tend to, you know, be able to shift back and forth because I don't have any cross braces on it. But putting it into the PVC, it doesn't move back and forth. See, I can push on it. It's not moving back and forth. So it's pretty solid that way. And this will hold my peas very well. You'll notice down here I've got my peas that are starting to come up here. And they may look like they're a little bit, you know, far away from the trellis, but they're just fine. When they start to come up, I'll just train them up here. And now you can, you know, if you're growing something else like cucumbers or whatever, you want to go with a bigger span. I went 3.5 inches here on this, and when I got to the top, realized I had an extra piece left over, so I only used 9 pieces. And then on of course, my uprights, I only used 3, not the 4. But you end up with 4 when you cut, you know, when you cut a 4x4 or 8-foot piece in half, you're going to get that. So anyways, I had 2 pieces left over, but that's my version of my trellis for my peas. And this I've got it in my grape bed. Well, that's my grape arbor with my attached raised bed. But anyways, there's my version of it. And I'd love to see you guys. If you guys have any ideas or suggestions, just yeah, fire me off a video response or an email or something and let me know. And but anyways, that's how I do it. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and we'll catch y'all later. Be sure to stop over to growyourheirlooms.com, where we have podcasts, gardening Q&A, tips on year-round gardening, survival gardening, and current projects that are going on.